In this CMS video, we will discuss confined spaces and the practices needed for safety, the hazards and proper equipment to provide safe entry, and the appropriate training for an emergency situation. A confined space has limited or restricted means for entry or exit and is not designed for continuous occupancy. Pre-planning for confined space entry includes identifying anticipated hazards inside the confined space and selecting the proper equipment to control the hazards. Providing good documentation on the necessary controls via the written permit system. Smoking and open flames must not be permitted within 20 feet of the confined space opening, unless air samples indicate an atmosphere safe for hot work. A permit-required space is a confined space that needs a permit to enter, and required if the confined space includes atmospheric hazard, engulfment hazard, or entrapment design. When entering a permit-required confined space, there must always be an attendant present, to ensure the authorized entrant is following procedures and to monitor activity in the confined space. Continuous air ventilation must be used if oxygen-consuming equipment is used or required. Entry to a permit space is restricted to those with permits that control entry depending on the use of a written permit. The current classification, checklist of entry and the record-keeping requirements appropriate for classifications. The permit must extend only for the duration of the task, and must be retained for a year to facilitate review of the confined space program. Only entry supervisors that have completed training are authorized to enter a permit space. Before entering a permit space, all hazards must be eliminated as required by regulation. If the inspection demonstrates that the hazards have not been eliminated, employees must exit the space until it's been determined if reclassification is needed. A non-permit confined space doesn't contain any hazardous material and air monitoring indicates that the atmosphere is safe for entry and minor maintenance. At this point, inspections, maintenance, housekeeping, and work can begin without the use of retrieval systems or standby personnel. Rescue and retrieval procedures must be in place prior to entry, and emergency services must be developed to perform a rescue. Unauthorized personnel must not attempt a rescue. This concludes our CMS safety video. Please subscribe for updates, and thank you for viewing another video presented by CMS Safety Management.